You were talking about productivity and effectiveness, efficiency at workplace. Now let's look at our environment here in Nigeria. We know that most Muslims during this period, you find out at workplace, most of them, especially in the civil service, most of them become aggressive. Most of them stay out of work because they are fasting. So, and what do you have to say about
we may be overgeneralizing if we say most of them, because basically when you are fasting, it is your mind that should be fasting, not necessarily your tummy, your stomach, because fasting is a thing of the mind. Sometimes you may not even be fasting, and you hardly have time for food, maybe because you are busy. So a Muslim is expected to be focusing on his God while he is fasting, not on his stomach, because he is being trained, you understand, spiritually to imbibe that steadfastness, that patience, perseverance, that moral discipline to be able to control himself. If you have your wife and your children and you have your food and your drinks, and for the sake of God, you forsake them for a particular moment, it's expected that when you come face to face with what does not belong to you, you'll be able to maintain moral restraint. You'll be able to control yourself. But that does not say you should be lazy, or it does not encourage indolence. It does not encourage that you do not give your employer what it deserves. More so, you will collect your salary. So a Muslim is expected to give back to his employer what has been given to him in terms of his salary.
Like Caesar.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's look at the issue of Islamic economy.
Finance. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know there's something like Islamic economy.
Sure.
Yeah, can you tell us more about
the Islamic economy is an alternative to the conventional economic system. The Islamic economy is strictly an economic system that is based on the God's guidance, that is the Sharia of Islam, that what you do, and it is ethically based. That is, you must have ethics in your business activities. You must not produce what will be injurious to human beings. You don't produce weapons and weaponry. You don't also engage in passion exciting products. You don't produce cigarettes that is injurious to human health. You don't produce alcohol that has led to loss of lives and properties. You don't do things that will be injurious to mankind generally. You understand? And as a producer, you must be conscious of what will be beneficial to the general society. As a consumer, you must not consume excessively. There is moderation. So what we are saying, when we talk about Islamic economy, we are referring to an economic system that is divinely sanctioned. Economic system that stands between extreme capitalism and communism or socialism. It is in the middle. It brings about the best of the two extremes and strikes a balance in that.
All right. Now that brings us to the issue of Islamic finance. We've talked so much about it. The central bank has come up with ways of introducing what it's called Islamic banking here. Now, one of the key features of this Islamic finance is the prohibition of interest payment. Why is interest payment so seriously detested in this kind of finance?
You see, it is not only Islam that detests interest taking. It is also biblical, because there is no mercy in it. Because when I come to borrow money from Shimeze, for instance, because Shimeze has money, he gives me the money. She gives me the money to go and trade with. First of all, I do not know what will be the outcome of that business. Shimeze will just sit in a corner and be expecting returns, not caring whether I actually make a return or not. But what Islamic finance is saying is that when Shimeze asks money, she's not going to transfer the risk of paying back to me. We are going to share the risk.
The profit and loss.
Yeah, profit and loss. So what if there is any loss? What Shimeze will only is
No, but
investment.
how practical is this in an environment where trust kind of is a big issue?
Well, you see, it is practical and it is happening, though it has not assumed quite a massive proportion. It is happening. People borrow money. I have experienced it before. I've patronized some of the microfinances that houses that engages in interest-free financial activities. They will come to you. They will give you the money. They are partners with you in that business, and they bring their own expertise to bear in the running of the business because something's at stake. You understand? So when you make a profit, and that has tended to record higher profits than when you even engage in interest earnings.
Now it frowns at collateral.
Yeah.
Is this not too much of a risk for the person providing the fund?
You see, if we actually mean financial inclusion, that is allowing as many Nigerians to come on board, tell me, how many Nigerians can afford landed properties to serve as collateral? But with the coming of Islamic finance, the bank itself sees itself as a partner. You understand? They are not shifting all the risk on the borrower. The borrower and the lender are all in business together. So because the bank itself has a stake, and the interest of the system, the Islamic financial system, is that the fellow feeling. You must not forget about the ethical nature of Islamic banking. It is unlike the winner takes all, which we have in the conventional system. So it is ethically based and it will stimulate economic activities in every entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs will be willingly coming on board. Many people have ideas, skills, but they cannot contact the conventional banks to have finance, because they don't have landed properties. So the current financial system, banking system, is only serving very minute segment of the society. There are quite many Nigerians who cannot be served by the conventional system. So Islamic finance comes as an alternative. Nigerians should have choice. They should be able to say, if I cannot get it here, I should be able to get it here. And that will stimulate economic activities. SMEs will also rise up.
Now, is leasing permissible in this?
Yes, leasing is we call it ijara. Leasing, whereby I cannot afford this equipment, very large equipment, and I want to be in business. I can go to any Islamic finance. Islamic finance will buy that equipment and they will give it out to me on rent, and I will be in business. But many contractors cannot afford all these big tractors, cranes, and things like that. But when you contact Islamic finance, they will buy them and they will rent it out to you. So they don't see you they see you as a trading partners. So it will get to a stage that by the time you've paid the rent up to a certain amount, you can acquire the equipment.
Now, how is risk management done
in Islamic finance?
Yeah.
You see, in Islamic finance, risk management is a shared concept. Both the lender and the borrower are all managing this. And another way by managing it is to have what we call a sukuk. Sukuk
that has just been introduced in the market.
Yes, the sukuk is the Islamic equivalence of the bonds, the government bonds. The difference is that the sukuk does not guarantee fixed returns. It only guarantees variable returns, because once it is fixed, that is interest. And Islamic finance frowns strongly at taking of interest because of the inhuman nature and the consequence of it.
Well, our time is really running out. I wish we could just continue with this conversation. I'm beginning to enjoy it. Well, I hope to have you on this program so that we can talk more on this, because I know that
Inshallah.
A lot of people would want to really understand what this is all about, and even the Islamic insurance. I'm sure we'll get to have you back on the program. Thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
Well, I've been talking with Dr. Tajuddin Yusuf. He is a senior lecturer at the Faculty of Business Administration, University of Lagos. And with that, we say thank you for being part of the program. Don't forget to join us again next week, beginning from Monday. Until then, have a fun-filled holiday.